This is a story of Amanda Waller played by Viola Davis. Viola Davis is going to team up with...
Why are they focusing on characters like this, though?
This is a story that's been created...
What's going on? It is your friendly neighborhood fanboys here, and we have our first piece of DC anything really in ages to go over. It's the highly sought after and anticipated James Gunn DC SLATE announcement for the new DCU. I'm not even going to explain anything.
I'm both excited and nervous.
I'm excited and nervous, for sure. We're going to be doing a full podcast discussion that'll be coming out later tonight.
This is just our reaction to James Gunn's video that he put on Twitter like 3 seconds ago. So
100%.
Whatever we're going to find out.
If you enjoyed this video, though, please hit that like button. It really helps us out. And please subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Let's get into it.
All right.
Hey, everybody. I'm
Hi,
James
James.
Gunn.
Hello.
I'm
Mr. Gunn.
co-CEO of DC Studios. So as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time. And it's one of our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected in film, television, gaming, and animation. That the characters are consistent,
Does it need to be, though?
played by the same actors, and it works within one story. And if something is outside of that, like Matt Reeves' Batman or Todd Phillips' Joker or Teen Titans Go, then it is clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds, outside of the mainstream.
Honestly, good.
Yeah.
Kudos to you.
Peter and I have gotten pretty lucky
DC
in terms of
Elseworlds.
the 4 projects that are coming out over the next year. First, we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU, so he connects very well. That moves directly into The Flash, a fantastic movie that I really love, that resets the entire DC universe.
There it is.
And then to move into Blue Beetle, a fantastic film about a kid who's a marvelous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2, which leads directly into our next few projects, which I'm going to tell you about now.
So,
Peter and I, along with a group of very talented writers, have started to map out an 8 to 10 year plan of what DC Studios will be in film, television, and gaming. This first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. Now this, what I'm about to tell you, is a part of the first chapter. It's not the entire first chapter. The first project is Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos is an animated series. I've written all the episodes. Something we're going to do that's a little bit different at DC.
Guardians of the
We're going to
Galaxy,
have
DC.
characters into animation, out of animation.
You wrote this, no
Usually
way.
The same actor play their voice as who plays them in live action. The next project up is Waller. This is a story of Amanda Waller played by Viola Davis. Viola Davis is going to team up with...
Why are they focusing on characters like this, though?
And this is a story that's been created by Krista Henry.
Like, here's the thing, not that I don't
Watchmen,
like her, but
and Jeremy
like,
Carver,
why does she need her
Doom
own thing?
Patrol. It is a fantastic story that's out of this world, and I can't wait for people to see. Okay, next up is the big one, the true beginning of the DCU. This is called Superman Legacy. This is being written by me. I'm in the middle of it. I'm having a great time doing it. And Superman will be released into theaters July 11th, 2025. Okay, the next thing is a big premiere HBO television series called Lanterns. This is a story of a couple of Green Lanterns, John Stewart and Hal Jordan, and we have a few other Lanterns peppered in there, but this is really a terrestrial-based TV show, which is almost like True Detective, with a couple of Green Lanterns who are space cops watching over precincts.
That's sick.
In it, they discover a
time.
terrifying mystery that ties into our larger story of the DCU. Next is a big
Terrifying
movie
mystery.
called The Authority. The Authority is a passion project of mine. It's based on the marvelous Wildstorm characters we are now bringing into the DCU, and will interact with all of our primary DCU characters. The Authority are a group of superheroes who think the world is broken and they want to fix it by any means necessary. I think it's a very different look at superheroes. We're doing a television series called Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost is a story of Paradise Island, usually known as Themyscira, which is the birthplace of Wonder Woman. It's almost like Game of Thrones with Westeros, but
I can get behind that.
of Paradise Island. The
see
introduction
blood.
of the
Yeah,
DCU's Batman is The Brave and the Bold. The Brave and the Bold is the story of Batman and his actual son, Damian Wayne. This is based on Grant Morrison's great
Honestly,
comic book
I'm there
run.
for it.
Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin. He's a little assassin who Batman tries to get in line, and so this is the story of the two of them. And the beginning of sort of the Bat family in the DC. Next up is a TV series called Booster Gold. Booster Gold is one of comics really popular.
Glenn Powell.
I literally
fascinating
joked
guy.
about this
He's a
yesterday.
loser.
He's going to announce Booster Gold. There it is.
Technology to come back to present day and become a
I have so much I
superhero.
want to talk
So
about.
the
I know,
Questions
holy
I want to
fucking
It's
ask.
shit.
basically
Save
the
it for the
superhero
podcast.
story
Yeah.
of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series.
Imposter
One of my
syndrome? You mean
favorite
James
comic
Gunn
book
as the
series
head
from
of
last
DC?
year was Tom
Sorry.
King's run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so we're going to turn that into a big science fiction epic film. Now, Superman is a guy who is sent to Earth and raised by loving parents, whereas Supergirl in this story, she is a character who was raised on a chunk of Krypton. She watched everybody around her perish in some terrible way, so she's a much more jaded character. And that brings me to Swamp Thing, the last thing we're going to talk about. A very dark horror story in the origins.
Can we just
of
get a
the monster
fucking Martian
who is
Manhunter?
Swamp Thing.
Why do they
And
keep
although
avoiding
it's
him?
totally outside of the rest of the DCU, it will still feed into the rest of the stories. Anyway, those are the stories that I can tell you about right now. I've loved the DC characters since I was a child. They're incredibly important to me. I knew that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do something very different. One of the things that's very important for me in all of these movies and TV series is that the director's vision and the vision of the writers and all of the creators is unique and something special. Storytelling is always king. That's all that matters to us. And I want to be true to those stories. I want to be true to you guys and really give you something different than you've ever seen before. Anyway, thank you, everybody.
Let the directors
I
do their
appreciate
thing,
you
James.
watching. I hope this was exciting for you because it's really exciting for me. And I can't wait to start to dive into these stories with you guys on this grand adventure. Thank you so much.
I have so many questions.
Yeah, me too.
I have
thing
more
that-
questions than answers at this point.
The thing that I'm most confused about is that, like, okay, we're resetting, but then after Flash, we're getting Aquaman. So does that mean Momoa is staying as Aquaman? And then, like, what? I thought Affleck was in Aquaman 2 as well. So I'm confused. What is that? An Elseworlds title? Because like, if it's Aquaman 2, that means it's a sequel to Aquaman 1, which takes place with like all the characters that we see in Zack Snyder's universe. So it's like I don't understand.
Fucking like, it's almost like he's just because.
And also, he said Shazam exists in his own world, but there's a Superman post-credit scene at the end of Shazam. I mean, it could be any Superman, but it's clearly Cavill. So it's like and there's a Batarang. Like Ben Affleck's Batarang is in Shazam, so Shazam doesn't exist in its own universe.
I'm trying not to say too much now because I want to fucking just go hard at this in the podcast. But yes, one burning question. Like, I know he kind of explains it at the beginning, but like, how the fuck do the 4 movies coming out tie in, or the 3, whatever it is? Okay, they said the Flash is a reset of the universe, but then like you said, it's like Aquaman 2 comes out after that, and it's like, where does that fit in? Like, are they cutting the fucking... I'm assuming they're going to cut Affleck now.
Fuck.
They're going to cut that. They're going to, you know... This is what annoys me, though. It's like, he goes on to say that the true start of the DCU comes with the first Superman movie.
So why do you have 2 other team-up movies before that? Well, I guess they're animated shows, but...
Yeah, there's an animated show and a Waller
and
one's a TV show, so, like, whatever. But it's like... Like, how does that feed in? Like, are you talking about, like, the multiverse of DC? Like you said, is, like, the fucking Aquaman 2, like, going to be labeled in Elseworlds, and that's going to be, like, the end of that kind of section? Or, like, what the fuck? Because, like, I don't... No offense. Like, I love Jason Momoa's Aquaman, but, like, I don't fucking want him as Aquaman if they're resetting everyone else.
Yeah.
I don't want a new Superman, a new Wonder Woman, a new Batman, and all of a sudden Jason Momoa shows up again. It's like, no! Like, I don't fucking want that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand.
And I don't think they do either, and it might be one of those scenarios where it's like they need them to come out because they're already in the can. And
Yeah,
it's
because they already spent tons of money on
exactly.
it. So it's like, hey, let's
so
just
they're
get
like,
it out. And
and then as soon as like the Superman movie comes out, like they'll just let a lot of time pass and just like hopefully people forget about that shit, and then they bring a new Aquaman in. And
that being said, some of the titles that he announced are like I'm pumped. I'm pumped about the Green Lantern
Absolutely.
series because like that we've been wanting a Green Lantern
it's
series.
been a long time coming.
Yeah.
The Batman and actual
actual Sia Robin.
Yes,
So
and
that's
I
cool.
like that he didn't go into detail and that he was just like, it's him and Damian Wayne. It's like a start to a bat feeling and shit. Because like they truly haven't done that stuff in the movies for a long time. And if you're gonna be like the very, very comic booky, like, you know, side of Batman, then like that's a good place to go because they really haven't done that. Like, yes, okay, like Batman and Robin and like fucking Batman Forever, but like fucking those out of the way. Like we haven't seen a modern adaptation of any story like that. So it's good that they're doing that. It's good that they finally put an Elseworlds tag on the stuff that isn't connected.
But I mean, listen. Now that they have an official name for Elseworlds, why can't we have Snyder's version?
It's true, though. I know.
Why can't we just have Justice League 2? They call it. Everybody would shut the fuck up if he just got to finish Justice League. If he just got to finish Justice League and call it a day, everybody would shut the fuck up. Anyways, we won't talk.
Of course, we had to throw that in there at some
But
point.
I mean, they have a title for it now because before it was like, well, we don't know, it just exists. But it's like now it's like, okay, it's Elseworlds.
They should have done that so long ago, and I think like execs back in the day, if I remember, like didn't want to label it like DC Black Label or Elseworlds because they were like, "Whoa, we don't want to split it up too much." But like that's what people need.
We're splitting the audience now.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
This is just a lot to process for me because it's just like there was some exciting things, but then there's other things where I'm just like, why?
Yeah, like the Game of Thrones Themyscira shit seemed cool. Green Lantern stuff seems cool.
Batman
Swamp Thing would be cool. Yeah. There are a lot of cool things, but then like the random offshoot things, you can tell are just very like James Gunn, which might be cool.
Which might be cool.
We're judging this based off of like him fucking talking to us from Twitter. So like,
it's just like to me, it's like those shows are gonna be like the fucking Peacemaker and the fucking
I'm
Guardians of the
glad
Galaxies. And it's like I don't. It's like why not just go like you were saying? It's like why can't they do a Martian Manhunter? It's why not just do your fucking main characters first? It's like, hey, let's do Star Wars, but let's do it like Andor first, and then we'll do Darth Vader and Obi-Wan. It's like, who gives a fuck? Give me the heroes that I want to see. Especially if you're gonna do a reset. This is literally like, oh, blank slate. You know what? Let's dive fucking deep into my sack and grab this character that no one knows. Great, love that. Like,
literally.
I'm just glad he didn't, because hell would have broke loose if he kept his section of the DC. Like, if he kept the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, I'm almost 100% certain Peacemaker's going to come down the line, but I don't think he wanted to lead off his Twitter announcement. Like, so we're coming in with Peacemaker 2 and Suicide Squad 2. But when he announced Waller, though, I was fucking crying. Of course he announced Waller.
I'm honestly scared, though, because, like, what if it is? Yeah, like, oh, God.
Anyways,
we're going to talk
more. We're going to talk more about this on our
will.
podcast.
Keep an eye
Please tune
tonight.
in if you want to see us rant and discuss and, you know, maybe predict what the possibilities of DC could be.
Do what we do best. Rant about DC.
And then talk about our boy, Love and Savior. I'm just kidding. Anyways.
And then I get bullied about the Dark Knight.
Yep. Yeah. Basically sums up all of our podcasts. All right. Anyways.
See ya.
See ya. Bye.